Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and Mudahar. We talked about him earlier this month. I'm pretty sure not even this week. I was gonna say this week, but it was earlier this month. Whenever he made the whole crash out video on Nux Taku, and whenever I say Mudahar crashed out, I mean like this was a whole mental break. I mean like let's both be honest here. Watching that video was kind of hard because like you seen these two people be friends for years, and then one day Mudahar just puts out a random video talking about how I don't like this person. We were never friends, actually. If anything, I was using him. I was trying to make a breakthrough in the anime demographic for my channel. You know, them weebs, they pay high premium. But yeah, in the video, post Nuts Clarity, still one of the greatest YouTube titles out there. I mean, like, that was an amazing title. If it didn't have the context in it, I would probably give that video of the year if it wasn't made basically as a hit piece, and we're gonna get into that. Mudahar even calls it one, on Nux Taku. Now, the hit piece was a swing and a miss. Alright, this man Mudahar needed to hit the gym. He needed to goddamn get a boxing coach, something, because this man was just swinging in the dark. Nothing he said basically landed on Nux Talk. You know, I know a lot of people out there going to be like, oh, I hate Nux, I hate Nux. I understand, alright? I understand you hate Nux. I understand he's annoying. But, like, the allegations that Mudahar was levying against him actually needs, like, hard proof. You shouldn't be able to just come out here and call people a, Adobe formatted file without any hard evidence. So obviously people, rightfully so, called Mutahar out, Someordinarygamers, on him basically backstabbing his friend, or at least someone he was publicly friendly with. And Mudahar basically got so much backlash from this. Even Nux Taku made like an hour-long quote-unquote podcast where he was talking with, I'm assuming, his friend, some girl, I don't know. I don't watch Nux Taku. If anyone's out there thinking straight is running deep for no, I don't watch the man. I'm actually actively annoyed that he's now popping up in my YouTube recommendations now, and I'm just sitting here like, I just did research for one video, and now I have this man popping up all over the place in my recommendations. What is this infestation? But yeah, Nux Taku essentially came out and said that, yeah, this was a surprise to him, it was a surprise to his friends, it was a surprise to everyone, because Mudahar dropping this video was just out of nowhere. Even people he has shown the video to that he asked for feedback on, they were surprised, because they were like, brother, I didn't even get to finish watching the video, you just dropped it without me being able to respond. So Mudahar took down the video and put up a community post of him basically backtracking everything and apologizing to Nux Taku, and apparently him and Nux Taku had some talk offline out of the public eye, and essentially he said that, you know, they're good now. Now, that's whenever we get into today's video, boys. Whenever we talk about Mudahar, essentially within his 2-hour Metal Gear Solid video, for some reason instead of this being the first clip, this was like the second or third clip. He decides to talk about it like 40 seconds into the video, which I can understand why you're like, alright, let me just put something out there, but this could have just been like an upload, my guy. You could have just uploaded this itself, right? A little 40-second video, seeing that, you know, putting this in a video that is 2 hours long, don't get me wrong, I like Metal Gear Solid, you know, Hideo Kojima, the GOAT when it comes down to stealth games. He really needs to get back into stealth games. I'm not really into Death Stranding all that much. But still, Hideo Kojima, godsend when it comes down to stealth games. Why do you guys think Jeff Keighley always brings him out every year for the Game Awards? He just wants people to know, yeah, one of the best game developers in the world, he knows me on a personal name basis and comes to my events every year. That's just, you know, to make it seem more professional, more legit. Like, the year that Hideo Kojima doesn't go to the Game Awards is whenever we all can realize, oh, this is going downhill. Jeff is losing a lot of friends and money in this. I don't know if I'm going to be watching this 2-hour long video. I didn't even know this was in the 2-hour long video because, again, I saw the length of the video and I was like, I'm gonna have to take a rain check on this one, Mudahar, because I got movies in my back catalog I need to watch. Also, boys, one good movie for the holidays, if you guys haven't seen it, The Holdovers. That's a really good movie. Yo, just saying. That was, hands down, a movie I did not expect to actually like. I'm just being a little movie buff right here. I'm just putting my personality out there. I 100% recommend The Holdover for a nice holiday movie. But back on the topic, Mudahar responded to basically the backlash that he's been getting in this 2-hour video. You know, if you just sat there for a couple of seconds, you'd have been like, oh, this is just a regular Mudahar video. And then just out of nowhere, This man just pops up in his little prison, just, I've made a grave and continuous lapse in my judgment. But alright, let's watch this video on Mudahar basically responding to the hate and the backlash he's been getting online over him backstabbing Nux Taku.
Now obviously I can't make this video without at least addressing why I took a hiatus a week and a half ago. See, I talk about taking accountability, and one of the accountability things that I want to take is making video titled Post Nux Clarity about a week and a half ago. Where, again, I took a matter that I probably should have handled over a phone call privately, and I made it a whole public thing for about, a few hours, and it's one of those things that I should have handled, again, privately, talking to Nux, somebody I worked with for years.
Now, starting off, it starts off strong, alright? It starts off with him admitting, yes, he did mess up with, not calling Nux Taku. It's kind of weird how, out of everyone in this situation, Mudahar was the only one that didn't, just think, you could have just called him over this, right? Out of everyone in this situation, from the people that reviewed the video, from the people that were working with him behind the scenes, and they knew that, for months he was having a little bit of trouble trying to be friends with Nux Taku, right? Instead of them just being like, yo, Muda, just talk to him. Instead of that, everyone's just like, hey, man, if you want to, blow up over this, Muda, screw it, do it. Like, I feel like some people that had, inside information on Mudahar probably could have helped him out more, and probably could have seen this as like, I'm like, brother, that was your friend. You don't want to just blow up a nice friendship over nothing and then have to backtrack, right? Like, if you're gonna be mad at someone, have a real reason for it. Don't just be like, well, one day I'm mad. Why? I don't know. I'm gonna find out a reason why. But let's continue on.
Now, this was all in relation to a collaboration we did on his channel about, 2021, 2020 at this point. And it was one where, again, I had received a lot of comments on a Reddit and, again, various other social medias. And it's something that brewed for a few months. And it caused me to make a pretty bad decision on my channel, which is upload a 39-minute video, which I would say a big chunk of it was really a hit piece on somebody rather than actually addressing things. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to come in and say that really I want to address the serious mistake that I made, which is making that video in the first place. And again, throwing somebody under the bus like that. So again, for this, I just want to say that all these situations have been resolved pretty much in privately between me and Nux and, any party that was really involved in this. And since then, I've taken time off, clearly, and I've talked to a lot of, big industry friends here, like people in this game, people in YouTube. And it was really just that caused me to really have some self-reflection instead of crashing out in public and constantly making videos in a period of serious distress. Not that that discounts, clearly, the mistake that I made. It made me go into some level of, thinking for myself, really mentally assessing where I am. And it caused me to, again, have a bit of a reset. And it's this reset that I want to make videos like this, the one that you're about to watch, in action, not just mumbling words, of content that I want to make in the future.
I can understand / see why Mudahar would be very concerned with the hate comments online. But you got to remember, right? This man's been doing this for years, right? He's been getting hate comments for years. He's been reading hate posts on Twitter for years. I'm like, the man deleted his Twitter because of hate posts. That should have been the first sign that he was having some mental troubles, right? But he's been seeing hate posts everywhere for years. It's literally the job of doing YouTube. You cannot please everyone. Like I said in my last video, I enjoy talking to people that, have differing opinions. Or maybe they might think, hey man, I think you messed this one thing up in the video. I will always respond to those comments and try my best to explain myself in the nicest way possible. Because sometimes people don't understand that the tone that they're writing in is very angry. Or sometimes they are just very angry when they're writing those comments. But as soon as they see the humanity in people, usually that's whenever they calm down. They're like, oh man, this guy's not that bad at all. Again, my content is not for everyone. No one's content is for everyone. Even Mr. Beast has to realize his content isn't for everyone, right? Don't get me wrong, 300 million people watching his content, that's a lot of people. But at the end of the day, there's still going to be some people that come away from like, that's not really my thing, right? There's still going to be those people. And I would assume out of anyone, huge YouTubers with millions of subscribers would learn this lesson pretty early on. Like, even right now, I'm learning this lesson of not everyone is going to enjoy your content. You're going to get some comments out there that are going to just try to degrade your video into like some mess or whatever, right? They're going to just degrade your video as much as they can to try their best to get as many people to agree with them as they can, because they're just like, well, this person gets X amount of views on their videos. How about I get X amount of likes on my posts? If I say this one thing, that means my thing must be true. When in reality, it probably might be true to a certain amount of people. That's it. Just like how my videos being hilarious or fun is also true for a certain amount of people. That's how the whole, world works. You're not for everyone. But for some reason, Mudahar crashed out because a Reddit post he saw was the reason. Not even someone making a 40-minute, hour-long hit piece on him, saying that him being with Nux Taku causes XYZ war to happen. No, it's literally a Reddit post of a Redditor that literally had nothing else to do that day, so they dug up some old past dramas and basically just threw it up on Reddit because they had literally nothing else to do that day. They were bored. So they just decided, I wonder if I can just throw this Hail Mary out here and see if I can get a reaction. And that person got a reaction. Now, in my personal opinion, it's quite weird that the reaction that Mudahar gave out was basically saying, I'm not a Adobe formatted file. I'm not that. Nux might be that, but it's not me. That was like the weirdest reaction because it was more defensive than anything else. Like, I'm sitting here throughout the whole video thinking to myself, where's the proof? Where's the proof? You and Nux were watching the same video. You didn't protest to the video. You sat there and watched throughout the video. You could have changed the topic at any time or told Nux, don't put me in the video. But you didn't until this Reddit post that came out of nowhere, right? It was so defensive to where everyone's just sitting here thinking to themselves, Muda, is there something you're not telling us? Question mark, right? Everyone was sitting there just thinking, this is a very defensive video coming from a person that has a quote-unquote clear conscience. Like, Muda crashed out over someone accusing or at least alluding to him being a Adobe formatted file because he saw basically a hentai anime where the protagonists take place in high school, and he's basically saying that's lolly right there. It doesn't matter if you're fully developed in these damn animes, that's straight up lolly. Which, in my personal opinion, let's all be honest here, I don't care. It's like someone calling me a murderer. It's like, I'm not a murderer. It's like, no, you did a crime. You're a murderer. You played GTA 5. It's like, what? You played GTA 5. You're a murderer. It's like, what? I never committed a murder in my life, but okay then. Right, that's how most people will react to it. Like, I didn't commit any crimes. So I'm not going to respond to this, or even if I do, I'm just going to be like, you're stupid. That's not how crimes work. You're trying to do a Minority Report, which I think if you see that movie, you would see why it's bad to do a Minority Report. You don't want it to be out here saying, oh, this person had some attribute in their personality that could allude to them doing X crime in the future. And it's just like, that's not how crimes work. You get arrested for crimes whenever you do them. Doing a Minority Report means everyone is going to be arrested. If you have the feeling of, man, I hate that person. Hey, man, hate leads to murder. You don't just murder someone out of happiness. You're like, ooh, I'm joyfully stabbing someone. But for people like Mudahar, these kind of allegations to him are the worst thing ever. You could call Mudahar a ton of things, right? And he probably would never react to it. But as soon as you allude to him being a PDF file or something, within that same vein of, sexual abuse, then that's whenever neurons activate. When in reality, the only thing that you should need to prove yourself innocent is your criminal record. Your criminal record literally shows, hey man, I'm clean. I ain't got nothing up there. I ain't got nothing on my mind. You can accuse me of it all day. That doesn't make it true. I don't know. In my personal opinion, I feel like people are trying their best to just bait out these reactions nowadays because for some reason people just give them out like candy. It's like you can say someone is like a damn tax evader and people will play into that, even though tax evasion, pretty bad crime. You could be set up for years in prison. You could go to prison for life for tax evasion. But as soon as you call someone a damn PDF or something like, hell, you could be known as someone that is a known serial assaulter. You just run around punching people in the face. And for some reason, that's better. But as soon as you say, hey man, that person probably touched a child. No evidence at all. For some reason, a neuron just activates in people's brains. And there's like, hold up, I gotta defend myself against this now. Even though like there's no proof of this at all. And instead of people doing the right thing of like, hey man, if you want to say that, let's do some legal action here. Instead of that, there's like, no, I'm gonna go on the internet and defend myself. Instead of in the court of law where they literally can prove me innocent. Now, Mudahar continues on in the video, and I'm assuming he alludes to having basically a mental break at that point whenever he made that video on Nux Taku, which is the reason why he explains he took a break is because basically after that video, he was just mentally deteriorating, and everyone around him could tell. So he basically was taking a break off of YouTube and trying his best to get his mental faculty back to like a normal state.
So I want to take accountability for a seriously, fucking shitty video that I made about a week and a half ago. And it's one of those videos where I want to move on past from. I've talked to everyone privately, which I should have in the first place. And yeah, that's pretty much what it comes out to. So ultimately, things have pretty much been resolved, and I don't really think that there's any point addressing this going on into the future. For the people that, have basically not wanting to watch me because of it, I hope I can earn that view back. For the people that want to give me a second chance, I really appreciate it, and I want this video to be an example of the kind of stuff that I want to make going into the future. I read a lot of comments from people diehard in the community, people who want more deep web stuff. Maybe make it a weekly thing, which I've been saying for months now, but obviously when you get caught up in like the whole content drama mill, you do get lost in the sauce. So I want to bring that back weekly, maybe not this week because, this video just came out. But, maybe cover things like virus investigations. Obviously, go back to Linux stuff, which there is a lot to talk about there. Gaming, a lot to talk about there. We just had the Crazy Game Awards. And if I want to talk about trending stuff, I think I should really stay in my lane and my field of expertise and cover crazy stuff like Scam Tua, which both of us went offline at the same time, and only one of us has been back so far. And of course, beyond all of that, I definitely want to talk about alien stuff for sure, because it is a passion of mine, and I think I really should be tapping more into the passions that I have. That's been a pretty common theme talking with my friend group. But ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end this off over here. I want to take accountability for that shitty video that I made, and I want to move on forward, and I've resolved everything privately, as I should have. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I want to get back to content that I think ultimately provides more positivity in the world, rather than regurgitating negative, pointless, meaningless drama, which does well in the short term, but is not good for your channel going forward. And yeah, I just want to take this time to, again, apologize to my community, take accountability, and make content that, realistically, a lot of the people that watch me for the longest time have been around for, that have basically been starving. But, hopefully I can earn your trust and earn some level of admiration back. If not, that's cool. If so, awesome. But that being said, let's get to Metal Gear Solid 2.
So yeah, as someone who, religiously, okay, not religiously, but as someone who does watch Muda's videos from time to time, I do like that he's, trying to come back and, he did address the situation and he does admit fault. That is amazing. Will he earn my view back? Yeah, probably. It didn't really affect me because I don't care about Nux Taku. I'm gonna be honest here, the video really didn't affect me at all for the most part. Like, don't get me wrong, backstabbing your friend, bad, but I'm like, also, we're talking about YouTubers here. They do that about them there every other day. So, you're seeing it once, you're seeing it multiple times. He apologized for it. Nux seems like they're on good terms. I wouldn't mind watching a video of his. I'm not watching this 2-hour video on, Metal Gear Solid. That's just not it. But if I do see him pop up with a video that I actually want to see, cool. Somebody else that I've just hate for some reason, right? So many drama YouTubers, commentary YouTubers are trying to do this, make it seem like, oh boys, drama videos are so bad. They're so bad. They're so trash. I can't believe people watch these videos that I make. I don't understand that whole sentiment whenever the whole point of a lot of these drama videos are to keep people accountable. That's the whole point of it, right? You don't make these videos just like, hey man, I'm gonna start up some bullshit today. No, a lot of people make these videos to keep people accountable for their actions on the internet, because we already know that the platforms really don't care. Whenever Jake Paul or Logan Paul does some scam, Hot Tool does some scam, they're not getting banned off of YouTube, right? They're not getting banned. They make YouTube too much money. So us, the community, are the ones that keep these people in line. These people answer to us. Like, boys, who watches The Watchmen? Because we already know YouTube ain't watching shit, and we especially know Twitch is definitely turning a blind eye to a lot of bad things on their platform. So I find it kind of hilarious that these people be the same ones, like how Mudahar just did, call out these people vaguely, but as soon as it comes down to making an actual full video on them, they'll be like, it's drama, I don't want to make these videos, I don't have passion for these videos. If you don't have passion for the videos, then don't make the videos. For some reason, these same people that say these videos are garbage, they're not good for the channel, no one want to watch those videos, right? They throw a whole fit about it. They will be the same people as soon as some new drama comes out. They're going to be up there in those thumbnails, doing the little stares, doing the little Wojak sway faces, talking about, did you see X, Y, and Z thing happen? Because they know at the end of the day, they're just bullshitting themselves. All right, let's just call a spade a spade. They're bullshitting themselves. They love the drama videos. They love making them because at the end of the day, they know A, their opinion matters. B, they already know the platforms aren't going to do anything about these people unless they, like, I don't know, kick a damn puppy on their channel. Even then, YouTube's going to be like, well, you see, there's no law against kicking puppies on YouTube. So obviously, as a community, we have to embarrass these people and shame these people the way that they should be shamed publicly and embarrassed publicly, because if we don't, they're going to continue with that bad behavior, and then one day we're going to wake up to basically YouTube becoming kick. We're going to be like, why are there gambling ads everywhere? Why is there corn on the damn front page? What's going on with YouTube today? Right? These same people are going to be the ones that talk about how we shouldn't talk about drama, and then as soon as they stop talking about it, YouTube starts turning a blind eye to all the bad practices that make the most views on YouTube. So obviously we got to keep the platforms like YouTube, Instagram. I'm like, Twitter's already gone. Twitter's gone. All right, don't even think about that. We cannot police that anymore. But like, I don't know, Twitch, right? We got to keep all these people accountable, because as soon as we turn our backs, websites like Twitch are going to start devolving and showing content that they shouldn't, like Stable Ronaldo speeding away from a cop on the highway and not banning him. Boys, click this video right here to find out how crazy was this situation. This man literally just ran from the cops on Twitch, and then Twitch was just like, all right, cool. Love the content, Stable. But boys, other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.